Hello friends, let us continue with IPC, and we today afternoon we did completed till section is 420, as you can see in the cheating and dishonesty, and we have just gone to for the section 25, 425, and that was we saw in the Barak also. There it is, the cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of a property. So I'll just read it out because this is important section and twice it was asked. तो ये दो बार पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन जिसमें cheating and dishonestly inducing the delivery of property. Whoever cheats and thereby dishonestly induces a person to deceived to deliver any property to any person. And the detail, as you can go and see, the imprisonment of for this is may extend to simple imprisonment of 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. So when there is a fine with 7 years, there is no bail for the offense. So, and fraudulent deeds and disposition of property, it is also in this comes in cheating section. So please remember this and just repeated this for the sake of continuity. We'll just go for the next question in this. Yes, now we can see this deliberate attempt to cheating and thereby dishonestly inducing delivery of a property. तो ये सेक्शन में 420 आईपीसी का दिया हुआ है. So now we'll go for criminal trespass का section. As you know, it is house breaking by night. That section is 446. We'll just go for that quickly so that we can just have the idea. 446, I will just show you. So house breaking by night is a serious offense, where offense breaking by night, whoever commits house breaking after sunset. So this is very important, the after sunset and before sunrise. That period is very important, and when the house breaking by night is given there, the period is important. House breaking after sunset and before sunrise. So that period is, it is said to be house breaking by night. So that is defined in section 446. And 447 gives punishment for criminal trespass. Whoever commits criminal trespass shall be punished with imprisonment, either description for term of 3 months. 3 महीने की सजा यहाँ पे बताई हुई है, जिसमें और बोला है ये और नहीं तो fine, which may extend to 500 rupees. So criminal trespass is not considered as a major offense. So there is only 3 months term or fine, whichever may extend to 500 rupees. So depending upon the circumstances and offense, it will be reduced to 500 rupees only. We'll just go for the next section quickly. Yes, forgery. Forgery related to section is 28. So we'll go for both the sections, section 463 and related to section 28. So both the section we'll just see in this Barrett. As I explained, it is India code .nic.in, and this is downloaded PDF of IPC 1860. So we just go for this 463. First we see for section 28. Yes, this is counterfeiting. So we will not have this. A person comes resembles another thing. Document is mentioned. These are definition section. So forgery section is 463. When you see in the Barrett, it's very easy to remember. 463 is for forgery. So counterfeiting of currency, what we see on section 28, it is quite, you can just correlate with this. Forgery and counterfeiting of currency is correlated. 463 forgery, whoever makes any false document. So document का जो हमने definition देखा है, false document or part of a document with intent to cause damage or injury to the public or to any person. So counterfeiting of notes, currency notes, is also damage to public or to any person because it is a kind of forgery. And let us see the fraud and what is the punishment. 464 is just making false document. A person is said to make a false document dishonestly, fraudulently. That is also defined in that section. There are illustrations on this. Section 204A has a letter of credit upon B for rupees 10,000 written by. So straightforward the illustrations are asked in the examination. You please read at least once. The section is of 463. 463 एक बार आप देखना चाहिए. 463 is forgery. Whoever makes any false document, the key word is here false document or part of a document, full document या part of document. Intent, there is an intention to cause damage or injury to the public or to any person. It's not specifically talking about any public or single person also. It is related to person, part with the property or any other into any excess implied contract. So it may be a part of contract also. So this is kind of a document. It may be a property documents or a currency notes. So please remember this also. We'll go for the next section. Twice it was asked, this section is very important. Twice it was asked about forgery. And we just now seen both this section, 463 and 464. And this is important section as 498A, cruelty by husband to relatives of husband. The twice it was asked. 498 is a very important section. We'll just go for that quickly. डाउरी प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट से भी ये रिलेटेड है. तो बोथ द एक्ट्स, डीपीए वाला जो है आपको 498 कैपिटल ए. सो वी कैन जस्ट सी चैप्टर इज 20A. So 20A is the amended chapter. So this chapter is amended. Please remember, as once it was asked about the election also. So chapter 20A about cruelty by husband or relatives of husband. So 498A is husband or relatives of husband of a woman subjecting her to cruelty. So this is star. Twice it was asked. So as I discussed about the last video, when the vulnerable section of society is affecting any kind of cruelty, so this is a special act of dowry prohibition. Husband or relatives of a husband of a woman subjecting her to cruelty, whoever being husband or the relatives. So it is not specifically talking about the husband or any person who is related to the woman. Relatives of a husband of a woman subject to such woman cruelty shall be punished with the imprisonment of term which may extend to 3 years and shall also liable to fine. So please note about this term extend to 3 years. So whoever is related to the woman, जिस महिला के बारे में ये कहा गया है, स्पेशल एडिशन अमेंडमेंट है, either it will be from the husband or any relative of husband. So it is not specifically mentioning who is the relative, but still it is mentioning about the relative of husband who will get punished with. शैल वर्ड का जो इस्तेमाल हुआ है उसमें ये डेफिनेशन है कि क्रुएल्टी जो भी करेगा उसको 3 साल तक टर्म मिल सकती है और उसके साथ भी फाइन है. तो ये अमेंडेड सेक्शन है. प्लीज सी दिस चैप्टर 20A and very important, it may be repeated. This is the question. This section was enacted to meet the cause of dowry debts. This is section 366A of IPC, but this is not 366A of IPC, it is 498 of IPC as we have seen just now. So twice it was asked. Similarly, exactly the same question is repeated. This is the third time. Okay, now we'll go for the section 499 where defamation is defined. ये defamation का section भी बहुत important है. We'll complete IPC today and we'll go for constitution tomorrow. So 499 में defamation define किया हुआ है. Yes, chapter is 21. Chapter 21 of defamation. Chapter का नाम है defamation और 499 is definition of defamation. Whoever by words either spoken or intended to be read or by sign or visible representations. So many things are there. Not only the words, they are just explaining about how the defamation is done. It is whether by words, either by spoken, intended to read or by signs. तो कोई अगर इशारे से भी किसी को बदनामी की कोशिश करता है तो उसके बारे में ये स्पेसिफिकली बताया गया है, जिसमें स्पोकन, intended to be read or by signs or visible representation maker or publication any imputation concerning to any person relating to harm or knowing or having a reason to believe that such imputation will harm. So ये जो words है imputation will harm the reputation of such person. So किसी के घर के बाहर भी अगर कोई लिखता है कि by sign से or by whatever readable, so this is a kind of things just to make publication to imputation by intention of, there is a specific intention to harm knowingly or having reason to believe. So this is a reason to believe that this imputation will harm the person. Whoever is doing this is liable to get punished in 499, जिसमें ये definition दिया गया है. So explanation इसमें 4 explanation है, तो आपको ये भी देखना है कि किस तरीके से ये बताया हुआ है कि defamation किस तरीके से हो रही है. तो ये कंपनी और एसोसिएशन और कलेक्शन ऑफ पर्सन जो एक्सप्लेनेशन 2 में ये बताया हुआ है, तो चारों एक्सप्लेनेशन आपको रीड करने हैं. Illustration is also there and directly it will ask in the question. So Z is an honest man. He never stole B's watch. So this kind of words, they are intended to cause to be believed that Z did steal B's watch. So this illustration, please go through it. A illustration of 499. So A says Z is an honest man. He never stole B's watch, intending to cause it to be believed that Z did steal B's watch. This is defamation unless it falls within one of the exceptions. So both these illustrations are important. It may be directly asked. Illustration of specific important section is to be given importance. So defamation define किया है 499 में, और punishment for defamation इसमें दिया है ये simple imprisonment up to 2 years or fine or both. So 500 में उसमें punishment defamation दिया हुआ है. So we'll just see. So section के साथ साथ अगर आप बैरक में भी आप देखते हैं तो उसमें आपको याद रहता है जो भी सेक्शन जिसके बारे में ये बताया है. तो we'll just see section 500. तो ये 499 का तो उन्होंने बहुत ये दिया, बहुत सारे केसेस उस बारे में है. यस, पनिशमेंट फॉर डिफॉर्मेशन. सो 499 में डेफिनेशन है और उसका पनिशमेंट दिया हुआ है 500 में. पनिशमेंट फॉर डिफॉर्मेशन, तो डिफॉर्मेशन का पनिशमेंट हुआ डिफेंस अनदर शैल बी पनिश्ड विद सिंपल इम्प्रिजनमेंट एज फॉर टर्म एक्सटेंड टू 2 years फाइन और बोथ. तो ये दोनों में से कुछ भी हो सकता है और दोनों एक साथ भी मिल सकते हैं. टर्म है 2 years एंड फाइन और बोथ और बताया हुआ है इसमें, तो ये आप ध्यान रखिए. This is chapter 22, criminal intimidation. This is also important. And there was illustration. So this illustration A, for the purpose of inducing B to resist from prosecuting a civil suit, threatens to burn B's house. A is guilty of criminal intimidation. So this specific example is there. प्लीज रीड दिस एंड रिमेंबर। इलिस्ट्रेशन ए, जिसमें ए के बारे में बताया गया है। इंड्यूसिंग बी टू रेजिस्ट फ्रॉम प्रोसिक्यूटिंग सिविल सूट। सिविल सूट न करने के लिए उसका घर जलाने की वो कोशिश करता है, उसको धमकी देता है। तो ये दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन, प्लीज रिमेंबर। स्टेटमेंट्स कंडीशनिंग पब्लिक मिसचिफ, सेक्शन 505, जिसमें ये स्टेटमेंट्स बताए हुए हैं। दिस इज चैप्टर 22, जिसमें क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन के बारे में सेक्शन है। पनिशमेंट फॉर क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन सेक्शन इज 506, जिसमें पनिशमेंट दिया है। whoever commits the offense of criminal intimidation shall be punished with imprisonment of description may extend to 2 years। तो 2 साल तक है या फिर फाइन या दोनों। इट इफ थ्रेट टू बी कॉज डेथ और ग्रीवियस हर्ट एक्सेट्रा, तो ये ज्यादा सीवियर है। उसमें टर्म एक्सटेंड टू 7 years। तो अगर जान लेने की धमकी है या फिर कुछ ग्रीवियस हर्ट है उसमें, तो पनिशमेंट ज्यादा है, 7 years और फाइन और बोथ। सेक्शन है 506। 507 में क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन बाय एन अनोनिमस कम्युनिकेशन, जिसका टर्म दिया हुआ है 2 years और एडिशन टू द पनिशमेंट प्रोवाइडेड फॉर ऑफेंस बाय द लास्ट प्रीसीडिंग सेक्शन। इसके इलस्ट्रेशन देखना चाहिए। ए सिट्स dharna at Z's door with intention causing it to be believed that by so sitting he renders Z an object of divine displeasure. A has committed offense defined in this section. So ये भी important illustration है। A और B, A threatens Z that unless Z performs certain act, A will kill one of A's own children। तो अपने अपने बच्चों को मारने का ये बात कर रहा है। अनलेस जेड परफॉर्म सर्टन एक्ट, तो जेड अगर ये नहीं करेगा तो वो अपने खुद के बच्चों को मारने का धमकी दे रही है। तो इसमें ये A has committed offense defined in this section। So 508 में ये दोनों इलिस्ट्रेशन आपको देखने हैं। 509 में वर्ड, जेस्टर और एक्ट इंटेंडेड टू इंसल्ट मॉडेस्टी ऑफ अ वुमन। तो ये भी सेक्शन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, जिसमें एक बार क्वेश्चन पूछा है। इसका पनिशमेंट है एक्सटेंड टू 1 year, फाइन और बोथ। 510 में मिसकंडक्ट इन पब्लिक बाय ड्रंकन पर्सन, इसके बारे में है। सेक्शन 510, misconduct in public by a drunken person, 24 hours imprisonment or may extend to 10 rupees। as it is an old act, so 10 रुपए का इधर फाइन बताया हुआ है। so it's very funny when you just see any kind of imprisonment term जिसमें 24 घंटे उसको अंदर टर्म बंद करने की ये सजा देने की कोशिश है, और फिर फाइन बताए हुए 10 रुपए या दोनों। सो ये as it is old and it has not any kind of amendment in this, so please remember this। chapter 23 ये लास्ट है। attempt to commit offenses 511, punishment for attempt to commit offenses punishable with imprisonment for life or other imprisonment। ये please go through this section and illustration। A makes an attempt to steal some jewels by breaking open a box and finds after so opening that there is no jewel in it, he has done an act toward commission of a theft, therefore it is guilty under this section। so 511 में ये attempt की बात कर रहे हैं। so let us complete this here and I'll stop it and we'll go for the section for chapter 14's case laws in the next, or we'll go for constitution। thank you। if you like it, subscribe।